Hello everyone, I'm day weather meteorologist Don Watzel with your afternoon video update for Wednesday, November 4th. We're going to continue to coast right on into the second half of the week across the state and surrounding region. Continued dry and mild Thursday and into the start of the weekend. Much of Saturday should be pretty nice over most areas, but changes will be on the way. Some of those subtle changes include more breezy and gusty winds in our wind-prone spots each afternoon, including today. The wind-prone sections of I-80 and 25 that normally get the strong gusts this time of year, as well as around Casper and Point Southwest, we'll see gusts in that 35 to 45 range. Heading into the weekend, snow will enter the picture in the west around midday Saturday, and it'll spread eastward Saturday night and into Sunday, mainly over the southern mountains and plains, and lifting northeast Sunday afternoon and early Monday. Once that first wave passes, we have the potential to get quite a bit colder for the start of next week through about Wednesday at the very least. Temperatures may run only 20s for highs, possibly single digits for lows. That'll, of course, be refined as we get closer to this event. In the meantime, the rest of today, Wednesday, we've got some strong wind gusts in the central, eastern, and southeastern areas of the state. Wind gusts continuing around 35 to 45 in these areas, and these should subside after sunset heading into about the 6 or 7 o'clock time frame. Otherwise, dry and very mild across the state, and that'll be the story for tomorrow. About the only change, the shift in the strongest winds will move more north if you're between Rawlins and Arlington. Also between Rawlins and Casper in these wind-prone spots, still going to see another round of gusts 35 to 45, and some of these may linger overnight and into early Friday. Friday will be much the same. Dry conditions all over the place. Spotty wind gusts around South Pass, the interstates at 80 and 25 and central areas, and that will continue into Saturday. Now, heading into the weekend, this is what we're going to have to deal with. This guy here is a big, long trough of cold low pressure. This first wave that you see here, again, this is about 5 a.m. on Sunday, so backing up a little bit, this first wave will enter the picture over the Pacific Northwest during the day on Friday. It'll briefly set up shop over the Great Basin area, pick up some steam if you will, then lift northeastward Saturday night and Sunday by this second wave that's dropping in behind it over the west coast. Now, as this system makes its presence known and matures, we are looking at some gusty winds. Periods of rain and snow for the plains and valleys with moderate snow possible over the surrounding mountain areas. As of now, this looks to be primarily a mountain event, and I've got a couple graphs that show those predictions. This is one model output out to 5 a.m. on Monday for about a 48-hour period starting Saturday morning. Again, the mountains look to get the most of it in the west and southwest, including the snowy and Sierra Madres, leaving the surrounding plains and valleys with more of a mix of light snow and rain showers initially. This is one model output, and here's another one. Now, of course, there are some similarities with this output. A little bit wetter, if you will, and this model usually does run a little wetter compared to the first one. But as you can see, heavier snows over the Bighorns, near Yellowstone and the Cody foothills, Wind Rivers, and continuing south in the snowy and Sierra Madres, as well as north central Colorado. The plains and valleys should have lighter amounts, but nevertheless, we will have some travel impacts. Most areas will be affected with this incoming system. Now, once the first wave passes, if you will, again, the potential for much colder air may come in with that second system dropping southward, pulling that Canadian and even Arctic air over the state. Could be talking temps only reaching the 20s for highs, perhaps, maybe a little warmer in spots, with overnight lows possibly single digits and teens. Of course, the details will be refined as we get closer to the weekend. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.